Meeting for tonight has been canceled. And in local sports, the Jewett City 11, 12-year-old All-Stars won last night against SFC. SFC stands for Sprague, Franklin, and Canterbury. The game went into extra innings. Jewett City wins by the score of 4-2. They now move on to the District 11 Final Championship Series, where they will face Coventry in a best-of-3. Location and game times have yet to be determined.
The 9 a.m. report on SNSN has been brought to you by Charlene's Diner, 37 Main Street, Jewett City. Family owned for almost 40 years. Order what you want. Eat what you get. That's Charlene's Diner.
Here's a look at your local weather forecast on SNSN. Today, we're going to see showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 5 p.m. Some of the storms could produce some gusty winds and heavy rain. Otherwise, it'll be mostly sunny, temps around 88 degrees. Showers continue tonight, as well as a thunderstorm popping up here and there. Temps right around 67. And on Wednesday, a small chance of showers and maybe a thunderstorm as well, but it should just be mostly sunny with temps right around 89 degrees. But with the heat index, temperatures will feel more like 95.
And good morning, everybody. It's 11 minutes after 9. It is now time, once again, like we do every single Tuesday, for Psychic Tuesday. Woohoo! All right, we have Lisa and Tina back with us as we do. Well, we haven't had Tina for a while. Tina, where the hell have you been?
I overslept last week.
And the week before that.
And the week before that.
And the week before that.
I
yeah.
forget what
You overslept. That's what you told me.
Yeah, that was last week.
No, and the week before.
Yeah. All right.
Oh. I thought I had a function or something the week before.
No, you told me that you just woke up.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I just sleep in. I come off third shift, make coffee, sit on the couch, and boom.
That's the end of that, huh?
Yeah, so off she wrote.
Linda says good morning. Linda and Linda.
Good morning.
Here's a strange story about the name Linda. Not really strange, but just an instance I had in my life. So back in the day, I worked at Radio Shack. We would take names and addresses. You had to because, well, somebody said they didn't want to do it. They didn't have to. But, you'd ask, right? So I asked this one lady one time, and I was running the Crystal Mall store. And they said, can I get your last name, please? And she goes, Linda. I said, okay. I said, what about your first name? She goes, Linda. I said, well, no. I said, your last name. And she goes, yeah, Linda. And your first name? Linda. I said, yeah. She goes, yeah, my name is Linda.
Oh, my God.
I said, are you legit? Is that,
yeah.
I was like, she goes, yeah, my name is Linda, and I married a guy named Bob Linda. She goes, how's that for love?
Yeah. People be looking at it. Oh, this is a misspell over here.
She didn't even keep her maiden name or anything like that. That's love right there, kids.
Yeah.
Lisa, what about you? What if your husband's last name was Lisa? You'd be Lisa.
It wouldn't bother me.
And then you'd have to name your kids Cult Jam.
Yeah.
So Priscilla George says good morning as well. So if anybody has any questions right off the bat, we urge you to call at 860-591-1054. The number is scrolling on the bottom of the page. Yes, you can type in a question in the room if you wish. However, Tina, please explain why it's better to call than to just type it.
Well, then we get feedback on what we're saying to you, if we're in the right direction of the information coming in, to see if anything's hitting, or do we have other people in here that we're reading for?
True.
So yeah, it works out. It works out better, and then we can hear your voice on top of it. So.
That's good for energy, correct?
Yes, it's the energy as well.
Lisa, do you concur?
I do.
You're cozy over there. You got yourself. You're chewing your gum. You're sitting back. Got her legs crossed, and
yeah, I'm still on vacation.
You still are, huh?
Yeah, I didn't want to come back. I finally figured out what I want to do.
What, when you grow up, or
Pretty much.
what?
I actually want to sell my house and travel like everywhere.
There's a lot of people that are doing that.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that are getting rid of their stuff. I had a friend who, well, I think he's still a friend, I would think.
You
But he, him and his wife Courtney have 3 kids, and they sold their house and everything in it, bought an RV. They're homeschooling and they're traveling the world, or the country at least,
Yeah.
in an RV.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I last talked to him in about when was it? Like February. He goes, "Yep, by May we'll be down in the Keys."
Wow.
And I guess what he does for a living, you can pretty much do anywhere. And the pandemic has taught him that, and it's continued on through.
Yeah. A lot of people are still working at
So,
home,
yeah.
even though they've like opened up places to go back to work. They were given the option to work from home.
Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
yeah.
860-591-1054 is our telephone number. If you would like to have Tina flip some cards for you. Tarot, she's a tarot reader, and Lisa just kind of flies by the seat of her pants.
I do. Yeah. Get whatever I get,
So what else is going on in your world psychically? Usually you have something. You'll usually have something to talk about, something to report.
Well, I still have that guy Luke following me around. I have no clue who he is.
The
Yeah.
creeper ghost.
Yeah, he's like really kind of weird.
What's it? What
I've actually
what makes him weird?
Just because he doesn't like tell me like what he wants. He's just like almost like a hitchhiker. He's
Okay.
just like along for the ride. I've actually been seeing a lot more like spirit animals lately, which is like really intense.
Mhm.
Like, but wild spirit animals.
Okay.
So
Like what? Like boars?
just like random
mongoose?
things. Well, I've already seen a pterodactyl. We all know that story. Like, yeah. So, which is
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me.
A
I'm not gonna
pterodactyl,
lie.
huh?
Yep. But like just random, like I seen a moose the other day. And that's when I was up at Winter Island.
Mm.
So, yeah.
What does a moose do? I mean, do you talk to the moose, or
It was just standing there, and it was like huge,
Well, that's
like huge.
okay.
Like it looked like the size of an elephant to me. It was like ginormous, like that height wise. And I was like, wow.
Big old moose.
Yeah.
Now, do you see those things too, Tina, or do you?
I see them as flashes, but it's not like pterodactyls and stuff. I see like cats and that kind of thing.
Okay.
But nothing big or.
How about Sid the Sloth? Have you seen him? Or?
No.
No.
It's funny though, because we went to the zoo and there's a lot of sloth books and stuff like that. Like at the zoo, there was a lot of sloth books, and you bring up sloth. Like all the books they had in there were about sloths.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any sloths at the zoo.
Well, there are different types of sloths. There are the sloths. There's the two-finger kind and the three-finger kind.
Yeah.
And one is usually very friendly. And the other one is very, very nasty.
Probably the three-fingered one.
Yeah.
Just the nasty one.
It is the nasty one.
So I went to a zoo while I was on vacation, and the sadness that comes from those animals, that it's like unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
How do you filter all of this energy out that you receive? Whether it's from animals or spirit animals or your buddy Luke that's along for the ride. How do you filter this out without going full goose bozo?
Well, I try to like block a lot of it out, because if not, I would go probably bozo. So I kind of like put up my barriers, and I'm like, not now. I need to concentrate on this. And usually it's with my grandchildren, like that I block a lot of it out, because I need to pay attention to what they're doing and stuff like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Tina? Does it happen with you?
Well, it is like a filter. I mean, you could be anywhere at any time, and then something pops up or pops in, and you're like, you just kind of deal with it at that moment and send it on its way, basically.
Yeah, I do catch myself like like looking like, what was that? You know, like,
Yeah.
and then I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, not here. So you gotta like shut it down.
Yeah.
So it's like mind over matter.
I guess
Except
I
for-
understand that.
When people notice and they know what you do and they notice you looking around the room, they're like, oh, she sees something here. And then they start asking you questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest question you've ever been asked by spirit?
Asked by a spirit?
Yeah.
Weirdest question I've ever been asked by a spirit. I don't know.
Hmm.
I've had a weird experience where there was no filter and I repeated exactly what the spirit was saying to me, and that had to do with that lady. Remember, she was worried about her boyfriend or whatever she was with, and he was married, and yeah. So it came out of my mouth that exactly how he said it. He's like, why don't you stop worrying about that and start worrying about my kids?
Got it.
And he was very irate. So
we have a question on the board. After we've pleaded with people to please call us. Priscille's George. Can you tell me if I will be okay financially after I quit my job?
Wow. Let's check it out.
Good morning, Thomas. Thanks for saying hello.
Well, you have other skills that you can use. It shows you being very aware of, making that decision on what you chose to do. You seem to have some other future plans that you want to get motivated or moved. It's like you've done some work and you prepared yourself for this moment. So that's kind of where you're at right now. You do have the skills to follow through on what you've chosen to do. It looks more like a little bit more of the nature field, or stepping back and taking care of needs that have been called upon here for a while. Let's see. Definitely not going to be an apprentice job if you were to take on something else. But I think you're going to keep it more home based this time. The money looks okay. We got the King of Pentacles here. So I think for the most part, the money would continue to be stable. Again, I think you've been planning this for a little while, so you've been putting things into place. But for right now, it looks like things will be okay.
All right. Priscilla's, where are you from? Be curious to know where you're from.
Yeah.
A lot of times people will, I feel that they will put a question in the room to play test the psychic.
Yeah.
oh, that's so much fun.
Oh, isn't that a blast?
It is.
It's very uncomfortable, and it's just
it's fun.
especially if somebody comes in, they paid you for a reading. All they're doing is just throwing their money right down to Pennywise the Clown.
Well, I've been told by several different people that some of the stuff that I tell them doesn't make sense. You've heard them tell.
Mhm.
And then they're like, something happens like a week or two later, and they're like, oh my God, she just said that this was going on. And it doesn't make sense to them at the time I tell them, but then it makes sense to them later on.
Sure. Okay.
Well, you're pulling up memories and stuff from the past.
Yeah.
And so they don't always
Ooh.
connect with that right away. But
I did a reading for a girl and I kept getting a flying rooster. I have no clue why I was being shown a flying rooster. It really weird.
Sure, it wasn't a pterodactyl.
No,
Yeah.
it was a flying rooster, and I kept seeing the black duck and this and that. So she's like, oh, that makes no sense to me. I said, well, I don't ever second guess what I'm being shown. So I'm telling you what I'm being shown. A few days later, she sends me a message. The flying rooster was a flag at her mother's house. It had a rooster and it was flying in the wind. And then the black duck was one of those shoe things that you wipe your feet on before you go into the house. It was like a black duck. And she's like, huh. She goes, I thought you were pretty much like, yeah. So, yeah.
like
Made no sense, but that's what I was being shown, and for whatever reason, her mother was communicating that to me and wanted me to know that that's what she was seeing at that time. So her mother must have been at that.
A rooster, though.
A rooster, flying rooster.
I could see you and Tina going outside looking. There's a flying rooster, and Tina goes, "Hey, look at that cock."
I know.
Oh yeah, she would definitely say that.
Yeah.
She would
Tina.
definitely say that.
It's a rooster, folks.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Some
flying
people.
rooster.
You think this is grizzled now?
Well, I'd be also questioning myself, like, what was in my coffee?
Some of the things I see is like, did I really see that? Like what I was telling you about earlier.
Yeah.
That like really creeped me out. Like really bad.
What, can care to share?
No.
Just like some naked dude or what?
No. Something that I experienced trying something in it. Like, yeah.
Oh,
It's not good.
oh. You don't we don't like leave a pineapple outside your trailer or anything.
No.
Because that'd be a whole different thing.
Yeah, you know, have the wildlife coming and knocking at the door.
Right? Oh,
Human
no,
wildlife.
you want to talk about wildlife? Tina went camping with me. We were in Tennessee and we were camping. And I had to go to the bathroom at the time. We had to pop up, so we didn't have a toilet in there.
Yeah.
So I walked out to walk up to the place to go to the bathroom, and I come back down, and the door was locked. There was this like creature. I don't know what the hell it was. It was huge. Like the only thing, what do we figure out it could have been?
I wanted to say a beaver, but they're not
But
that
it didn't
big.
have a flat tail though.
Yeah. Either that or a big ass woodchuck.
And these guys
Yeah,
were
could
laughing at me because I couldn't get in the house, and it's the camper, and it was coming full charge after me.
Dun, 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 dun.
Tina's like,
Me and
"Oh, it's
Paul's
probably-"
making coffee inside watching the show.
Tina's like, it's probably a beaver.
God,
Like,
the
it's
next
not
time
a
you have
beaver.
some sort of a following creature around,
Yeah.
I'll get a music bed for you.
Because it was a campsite like made from
was
the
on a dam,
engineers.
yeah,
there was
the
a dam
engineers.
over there.
The Army Corps engineers, they got the best campgrounds. They're so clean and neat and organized. Like I would camp in those campgrounds all the time.
All I can think of is the Angry Beavers cartoon or whatever that was out there.
This story brought to you by psychedelic
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Every time we go camping, though, I've always had an animal coming after me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or coming near me. I'm not a fan of wild animals.
Mhm.
I
It's
love them, but
big.
yeah.
Never mind. And look at that flying rooster.
I know.
But it could have been a rat too. Like,
No, not
That's
that
pretty big rat.
Yeah.
Priscilla's, by the way, just want to say she's from Jewett City.
Okay. Cool.
you know, Priscilla.
Says
I-
Priscilla's.
I just
Yeah.
read.
It's
You know?
Amanda's mom,
Yeah.
Priscilla and Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Lewis says good morning to everybody.
Good morning, Lewis.
860-591-1054. That is our phone number here at SNSN. If you would like to connect with our psychics, Tina can flip cards for you before she flips you off.
And I could talk to wild animals, I guess.
And Lisa can talk to wild animals.
or see wild animals.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was actually
Yes.
on the phone when I seen the pterodactyl with Jen, and she's like, "It's probably a turkey vulture." I'm like, "No, this was like a spirit because it literally flew right into my car." That thing was massive.
Do you ever have people just walk up to you, shake their heads, and go, "You're nuts," and
Yeah,
walk away?
yeah. My husband does it to
Oh,
me on
all
a
right.
regular basis.
Well, love starts at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel the
There we go,
love.
there we
Feel
go.
the love.
Although I did tell you, like last week, that one of my daughters is actually seeing spirits as well. So
You did. You
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
and my husband does too. He sees my mother looking at him all the time out the kitchen window. Yep.
See, some people would be freaked out about that.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
some people would really be freaked out. So let me ask you people in the room. I mean, if you just see a random spirit somewhere and you don't normally see them, does that scare you? Does it scare you, or do you just kind of go on with your day?
It's not the first time my husband's actually seen spirit, though. He's seen his great grandfather a couple times, and yeah.
So I'm asking the people online if they want to answer that question. I'd be curious to know whether or not that would bother you.
How much you want to make a bet? Most of them say that it will scare them.
If anybody says anything at all,
Yeah, they should. They definitely should.
yep. We would also like to know about your psychic experiences, and then maybe either Lisa or Tina can analyze it and maybe help you make some some
sense
heads
out
or
of it.
tails out of
Yeah.
what it is. So 860-591-1054. Every week it happens. We talk for 40 minutes. You get a random question in the chat room. And then all of a sudden, about 8 minutes before we have to say sayonara for the day, now the phone rings. Don't wait, folks. And we want to make sure that we can give you all the time that you need for a reading. That's the first thing. No, we're not going to say, we're going to ask you, your first name, last name, where you're from. So there's no need to be frightened to call. I think some people don't call because they're fearful of it.
Yeah, I would say that too. I mean, when we were
just people.
When we were talking about like the experiences and stuff, if you're not expecting to see something and you automatically see something, then it tends to freak you out in the moment.
Yep.
But the more you see it, the more you're in it.
But a
it
lot of
doesn't
times
freak you out as much.
They see it and they second guess it. Like their conscious mind says, "Oh, it was just a shadow," or "It's just my imagination."
Yeah.
Or someone just walked by the window. So they always rationalize what they see. So they second guess it.
Got it.
So
especially if they're not used to it.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Exactly.
If it's something that's totally out of the ordinary.
Yep.
And they say sometimes if you've gone through a tragedy or a lot of trauma, that you would be more open for whatever reason to see things or feel things.
Yeah.
So if you're out there wondering like, why all of a sudden is this happening to me? The trauma thing does play with that.
Well, I did have the other night experiencing what I had or whatever. I did have a spirit that actually communicated with me. And they were letting me know that that's what happened to them when they had passed. It didn't agree with their body at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and they actually had their heart just like, yep, done. So, but it was very, in his aspect, it was very peaceful. But when I was like going through and experiencing that whole thing, I was scared shitless. So I'm not gonna lie.
We had we do a show on Thursday nights called SNSN at dark in the dark, and this last Thursday night, we had a gentleman named Jimmy who is also a psychic, and what we talked about was spirit energy. The energy, either that a spirit needs to kind of conjure up to communicate,
takes a lot.
Or the energy that you use to go ahead
and communicate
with them. It's a very large amount of energy. So, I guess my question to you would be, when you do a reading and the reading is pretty in depth, with a lot of poignant information, how do you feel at the end of it?
Depending on the circumstances, most of the time is I'm very hyped up. Like I feel like I've been on a caffeine kick for like ever. And I'm super hungry. Like super hungry. I just want to eat.
What about
afterwards?
Water.
I'm like,
do you need water? You're looking for
very
water?
Very thirsty. Yep. Afterwards, like I usually can down like water like crazy after.
I would get very thirsty.
And then afterwards, I'm like, after I go through that high where I feel like I'm like extra charged and stuff and I'm hungry, I could just go to sleep. Like I'm very,
very tired.
Yeah, very tired.
Yeah.
So it depends on how long and how intense, like you were saying as well. Because when even reading, the tarot cards and I'm at a function, I mean, the energy is just like full blown because I call it in the zone. So you're in the zone. So you're like, woo,
you're like an Energizer bunny. Like,
do that again.
Woo.
you know.
The only thing
I'd go out for a cigarette and I'd be like, yeah, this is great, you know.
which she's not supposed to be smoking anymore.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
you know.
I'm talking about in the past.
Oh, bullcrap! You got a pack of cigarettes
Yeah.
right in your bag.
Just glasses, honey.
Just one glasses. See.
I know nothing.
Uh,
860-591-1054 is our phone number. Why aren't you calling, folks? This is weird. Last few weeks have been kind of
Because
weird.
people are out. They're fun. Can get out and about and
Yeah.
do things. You know. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's like exploring their world again.
Right. It's like an all new world.
Mhm.
So
We didn't get to do a whole lot of stuff. Well, I mean, we did a lot, but with some of the things that I wanted to show the girls on vacation, we couldn't do because there's still like mask mandates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not a fan of that.
So Tina, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
But first we have a call. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Hold on here. And good morning. Who's on the line with us on Psychic Tuesday?
Good morning, Mike. This is Linda from Chaplin.
Hey, Linda from Chaplin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good. Are you enjoying your summer?
So far.
Okay. Do you have a question for Lisa or Tina?
Yes. I would like to know if they see anything health-wise wrong with me.
Linda, do you have your computer turned up, or I hear people in
No.
the background? That's all.
Oh, that's my sister. She's talking on her phone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just want to make sure you weren't getting feedback. That's all.
Has it been more of mobility issues lately?
Yes, sort of. Yeah.
Okay. It's mild, but it's still like an aching pain that throbs. It's not it's not something you can take aspirin and all of that stuff, but it just continues to like throb a little bit.
Mhm.
I think some of that is more the rheumatoid arthritis that I'm
Mhm.
seeing, but I see that in the knees and the shoulder blades, the rotator cuff type thing.
Yeah.
So it does drain your energy a little bit because you haven't been sleeping very well either lately. So it kind of keeps you up at night, or it wakes you up out of your sleep. I would maybe see, to have them check out your rheumatoid and see what's going on with that. Because sometimes it feels warm, and then sometimes it feels like very achy.
Mhm.
See, and I pick up like left side, lower back, kidney area to middle of back.
See, I get lungs.
Okay. God, I'm just falling apart.
I'm telling you,
No,
I'll bring some duct tape.
I get like a lot of like pain, almost like the lower back area, but to the left side. Almost, does it affect your hip? Like when you walk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be sciatica too.
I'm getting more like a nerve issue
Yeah.
going on with that. And does it radiate from your middle of your back down sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting more nerve.
Nothing to do with like the stomach area or anything like that.
I don't get like any stomach issues or anything like that. I get like a lot of the pain, or like you might feel it down in that area, but I get a lot of it's stemming from that middle left side to your lower back area, hip area. I get it's like all like nerve related.
Okay.
So a lot of inflammation maybe is pressing on the nerves, or something of that nature is what I'm getting.
Okay.
And this is from the woman that sees pterodactyls.
There's nothing wrong with that, seeing pterodactyls.
Oh.
It
Well.
just
Okay.
proves
Well,
that life past can still exist in spirit form.
Oh,
That's all it means.
okay. Well, thank you very much. That kind of answered my question.
Okay, try stretching that area out a little bit and try to get like a pinpoint massager, like either a ball or something like that, and just like roll it on that whole area, and it should actually alleviate some of it and give you a lot of release.
Okay.
So, Linda, just so you know, the last time they gave me some advice psychically, they told me that I needed to amputate from the neck up. So take it
You
for.
didn't take their advice, huh, Mike? You
No,
didn't take their
no.
advice, did you?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Thanks,
Well,
Linda.
thank you so much.
Have a
You're
good day.
welcome.
Bye.
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 It's Linda from Chaplin.
So that's another new thing that I've been getting is a lot of issues with people's bodies and stuff like that, but from spirit. So spirit comes in, like if I have a reading set up, the spirit will actually tell me where the person that I'm reading for is experiencing some aches and pains and stuff like that. Because for them, they need to address that issue.
I got one for you. What do you guys? What kind of feeling do you get from the new COVID variant, the Delta? The Delta variant.
So.
Have you?
I read a little bit about it, but
No, I'm talking about what do you feel? As far as your intuition, any kind of psychic feelings. As far as what
I don't
that
think
is.
it's going to be as rampant as the COVID itself.
Okay. Delta Dawn. What's up?
I think it's all like, how
Horse
I feel
shit.
that. Yeah, pretty much.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's my honest opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe that there's sicknesses that are out there, but I think it's like someone's making a lot of money off it. So,
How do you feel about the vaccine?
well, I had the vaccine.
No, I'm talking about your intuition. I'm not talking about your, because really your personal feelings and your intuition could be two.
Oh, it
totally
is. It
different
is
things.
totally
Yeah.
different. It is really totally different because I got the vaccine because I pretty much have to for like if you're traveling or you want to go in anywhere because now you have to. If you're COVID vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. I think it's just a form of control, and I have to say the spirit world. They believe that, especially like your older ones that have been gone for quite a while or that have died of smallpox and stuff like that, they believe in vaccinations could have actually helped them. But this one's like questionable because I get more laughing about it, I'd have to say, from the spirit world than anything.
They're laughing about it. Why?
Just the whole thing. Like it's a form of control. It's a form of control. Like the vaccination itself is not a live virus.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
It's not. They don't put the COVID virus in you. Where like smallpox, measles, and stuff like that, they put in the flu. Even the flu, they actually put a small portion of the virus in your body.
Are they chipping us?
I think so. That's my personal. That's my personal belief.
Hmm.
But
staying out of that.
yeah. Tracking devices. Conspiracy theories.
I hear that all the time, from people saying, well, they're tracking us. They're tracking us, right? Guess what, folks?
right here.
They're tracking us on this.
Yeah.
This is
Your smart TVs. I mean, your cars.
There's your chip right there.
Yep.
Your cars have GPS and all kinds of stuff in them.
Didn't they say the chip was going in your hand?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. The phone's in my hand.
Yes.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah. They've been tracking us. All right. Well, you can Google your backyard for Christ's sakes. You can watch yourself making barbecue.
Well, it's a little delayed on Google.
Yeah,
It
but
is
you
a
can
little
still
What do you
see
mean?
it.
It's delayed.
What do you mean
Like
delayed?
so, like if I look up my address on Google Live right now, it'd
Mhm.
probably be from like a couple days ago.
Okay, why? I don't understand where we're going with that.
So, like she's saying, you can go outside and barbecue, and they can see you through Google, but they can't. It's like delayed.
Oh, yeah, but it takes a while too.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
that.
That's what we're saying.
Before
Mike.
those actually, get posted on Google and stuff. So
Yeah.
anyway, we've got a call. Who is on the line with us on Psychic Tuesday?
Hi, this is Alice calling.
Hi, Alice calling. How are you?
I'm good.
Where are you
I'm
calling
wondering
from?
I'm calling from Wyndham.
Well, no, okay.
Awesome.
What can we do for you? Or what can the ladies do for you?
I am calling to see if you can tell me about my grandson, health wise in the future.
You
Yeah,
didn't
you're
want to
the
flip
expert.
cards?
Well, I can
You
do
don't want to
that.
flip cards today. You're just kind of riding solo here.
No, she has more of a tune in now.
Do you need any information about him or
No.
No.
Now, Tina's just being lazy this morning, not
being
flipping
lazy.
cards.
I was waiting for her.
Well, I
her
can tell
psychic
you what I
impression.
get, and then
There
you
you go.
can verify it. I get like a lot of like sinus issues, like maybe allergies or like anything like that. I get a lot of like headaches, like a lot of vision issues, like but I think it's all like sinus related, like things aren't draining properly. But
okay?
From the cards aspect, it looks like they've not been able to find what's been troubling him or acting, within his body. It's been, a money pit type of thing, and nobody's really come up with a diagnosis if you're looking for it that way. I don't know if something to me it doesn't seem like it's something serious, but what they've already checked on isn't they're not finding anything. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Can I be a little more specific then?
Sure.
He has been diagnosed with cerebral palsy,
Okay.
and he's 3.5. And I'm just wondering if at some point he'll be able to walk.
He's not walking right now. Okay.
No.
so I get it's because of the like dizziness and stuff like that.
It says Page of Cups, so that'd be like a lot more communication. I'm not familiar that much with that typical disease, but is there programs that they can help them with, like a therapy type thing?
Yeah, he's been going.
Okay. It's kind of too early right now to tell whether he comes out of that 100%. It's not giving me like a futuristic type thing as to what's going on with that.
That's something that somebody would develop into. You know, especially I would, a 3.5-year-old, still being, very young, and still needs to gain a lot of strength.
The cells are still growing too, so
yeah,
the body's going to change here and there, and hopefully, like the connections become better, and the resistance is kind of what I'm thinking. Is it's the body's constantly changing, so there should be some progress, but it's not really giving me past what's going on right now.
Okay. Well, I have to tell you, you were definitely spot on with his sinuses.
That's what
Cool.
I get. I get a lot of like, and that is like, could be a reason too, because if you're not comfortable, like your body's not functionable to walk because of like issues going on with your sinuses and stuff like that, it's not going to happen. Like they need to get some of that drainage out of there, or like, because like I'm sitting here right now and I feel like I'm like a whirlwind.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting a lot of dizziness, a lot of like even pressure in my ears. Like I almost feel like I'm like can walk sideways. Like vertigo is going on, and I think a lot of that has to do with sinus issues.
Uh-huh.
I think that's like a bigger thing going on other than the cerebral palsy. Not that cerebral palsy is not a drastic thing, but that whole thing with his head is like really making me uncomfortable. So I could imagine what it would feel like for a 3.5-year-old.
Yeah, that's not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Too,
Yeah.
Okay.
So sinuses definitely need to be, good.
See, they're much better than I am. I first thing I got was, well, the kid's got a hangnail. Does he have a hangnail?
I don't know.
Well, get back to me on that one.
All right, I will.
Thank you for calling.
Okay,
Do you have
thank very
any
much.
other questions, or I didn't mean to cut you off there?
Nope. That was it for now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks for
All right,
calling. Have a
hon.
great day.
Okay, you too.
All right.
We'll
Bye-bye.
send some healing light.
right. Here we go. I'm serious about the hangnail. That happens,
Hangnails can get really
They
seriously,
hurt.
and they can get seriously infected.
Big time.
I think some big jokey guy or something, but I'm, see what I was telling you. What I was telling you. 9:40. That's when the calls start rolling. and then later on, about 2:00 in the afternoon, when people are watching this because it's tape delayed,
Yeah.
they'll start asking questions. Why are you not answering my question? Well, I'm sorry, we're not here 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
God.
Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll send some healing light to her grandson.
Absolutely. Why don't you? I was gonna say, why don't you just send $20? Maybe the kid needs some stuff, or wants $20. I would send them $20.
Yeah,
After
send
you.
them $20.
Yeah,
There we go. Okay.
exactly.
I know a kid named Mikey who's 22 years old, has cerebral palsy,
Oh, okay.
and he is
Yeah, I'm not
probably
too familiar with the disease.
it's muscular,
Muscular.
but
Yep.
he is probably the most positive kid you ever want to meet.
Mhm.
He's very positive. I mean, he's not like it's not autistic or he's not slow mentally or anything like that.
Mhm.
But he's actually very, very smart.
Yeah.
But he's a comedian.
Oh, wow. Cool.
He said to me, he goes, I'm the only stand-up comic that can't stand up.
Yeah.
So, and he's very, very funny. He makes like dad jokes really funny because
There
dad
was-
jokes can be.
On America's Got Talent, there was a guy that had cerebral palsy on there that was making jokes about his own
Yeah, and he had a keyboard and he
his
couldn't
own
speak.
disease, and he's
Right?
like,
Yeah.
Nope, this one actually could speak.
Oh, he could. Okay.
Yeah, he could speak. But he was very jittery, and he would say, like, he's walking across the street and people will look at him. He says, "Oh, I'm just going to the package store to get another, another drink." But it's because he's making jokes about his disease. Because what are you
Yeah.
gonna do about it?
Yeah.
You know.
So anyway, Mikey he's very positive, and he posts a lot of things on social media about the positive side of his cerebral palsy.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And that
My
He-
cousin has cerebral palsy, Barbara.
tries to tell people, and he tells people his message is I'm just as functional as anybody else.
Yeah.
I just don't have the control over my body. He has just really been able to start to walk in the
Wow.
last couple of years.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you, I'm addicted to walking. And when he walks,
Wow.
he's got the biggest smile on his face because he's strong enough, his body's strong enough to actually go ahead and do that. He of course uses a walker.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
still,
everybody
but that's
does,
what it
yeah.
is, his upper body strength that, he didn't let his disease win.
Mhm.
So his upper body strength is actually helping him
Yeah.
with that.
that's
So
awesome.
Which is something like a small child would have to develop
Mhm.
into.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad that he
so-
is in some kind of therapy program to help keep what
Yeah.
the muscles are doing.
So we have time for one more caller. If somebody has a question they want to get in there, Tina can flip some cards, even though she's lazy today.
I wasn't being lazy. It was
Lazy.
a health issue. I figured she'd have it, going on over there.
Yeah, but the other call, you didn't flip any cards. You
and we
just started.
forgot to say this is for entertainment purposes.
Oh no! See on
is
the
it
on the
on there?
banner it says call the psychic now. It's like 860-591
Call it.
1054 and get answers to love, money, and happiness. Psychic readings are done for entertainment purposes only.
Nice.
So there you go.
Even health questions.
Even health questions. Entertainment purposes only. And we do have time for one more call. If somebody wants to light up the phones at 860-591-1054. Here comes my ride.
Oh, I thought they were coming from me.
Oh, there they go. It's one of the benefits of broadcasting from Main Street.
Yeah. Get all the action.
So, I'm gonna kind of veer off while we wait for one more caller. We're actually going to be doing different things with the space. Like Thursday, we are going to have a concert.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
We're having a band come in, and we're only allowing 30 tickets.
Nice.
Only allowing.
I think I seen that. I think you posted that, right?
Yeah.
My spotty internet I had for the past 5 days, but yeah, I think I seen something about it.
Ron Lynch III, who is an amazing musician. We've had him on our show many times. He's coming in with a band, and they're going to be doing a show here. That will be this Thursday night, starting at 7:00. So Here we go. We got a call. Let's see what happens here. Good morning, and who's on the line on Psychic Tuesday? Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. I just called randomly because generally when you do this, no one answers, or you get on a what do you call it? A call log forever and wait. Hi.
Hi,
My
how
name's
are you?
Andrea. I'm from Wisconsin. Where are you from? And I have no idea how I received your feed, but I'm thankful. I've been listening to you, and you're some cool people. So
Hey, thanks.
We
Where
try to
do
keep
we
it light.
come up in your Facebook
just
feed
saying,
today?
where
or-
are you located though? I haven't even researched or anything. I've just
Connecticut. We're in Connecticut.
Jewett City, Connecticut.
Oh, well, I'm in Wisconsin. We're on two different edges.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
you know what? We get calls from all over the place. We get calls from all over the country, all over the world, actually. So
Cool.
what do we do? Come up in your Facebook feed or what?
Yes.
That's
No,
awesome.
well, wait, hold on. I'm a tad bit technically challenged. It's I'm looking at it. SNSN.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a lovely photo of two gals and a guy in a broadcasting station.
That's us.
It's my Facebook. Yes. You're
Yeah,
correct.
that's us. I thought you were.
Awesome.
Ask me what time it is. I'll build you a clock.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna.
One of those people. I'm just saying.
I thought you were gonna go ahead and try to sell me an extended warranty.
Well, I was a sales rep for a lot of years of my life, so you caught that. But yeah, no, I just sell happiness now.
Awesome. We got another viewer. That's excellent. That's
So,
excellent.
what can we do for you? I mean, do the ladies? You have a question for the ladies this morning?
I don't have a question. I wondered if they want. I'm actually just very interested. I'm spiritually been experiencing a lot of things, and I don't really have anyone that understands it in my world. They think I'm a nutcase. Well, perhaps I am in many other ways, but no, I'm actually.
Yeah,
People are
we're all,
tangentially, they're coming towards me at times, and things are happening. And I remember when I was a small child, to be frank with you, these sort of things. And my mother always saying, we're special, but we can't tell everyone because society doesn't understand. And that's where I'm at. I've re-tapped into those things, mainly because of what's gone on in my life. And yeah, so I don't have a specific question. I just was kindred spiriting, wanted to hang out with y'all.
oh, awesome. Awesome.
If that's odd, well, that's me.
So, what are kind of the
What
things
can we
that you
talk about? I don't know. What can we talk about? I mean, I don't
tell
know
us
how
about
to
one of
talk
your
to spirit.
experiences?
What?
Tell us about one of your experiences.
Okay. Well, my sister had a stroke, and she's my baby sister. She's only 57. I'm 60, so that's baby, right?
Yes.
And as I've been going through first it was the hospital, and now she has to be in a nursing home. As I've been going through, I've been drawn. People have been coming and sitting by me and just looking at me or talking to me or asking me to ask. Please ask him. I don't know what this means. I don't know what they're asking me to do. There's a panic level attached to this. I feel like I have a responsibility, but I don't really know what to do and how to do it. Does anyone understand what I mean, or am I really out there?
No, I totally get what you're saying. It's because you're basically being a lighthouse in the fog for people or for spirit communication.
That's a very cool way to say that's how I feel. Like,
yeah, so
you come through the fog, but for what? I don't know what.
you have to. You just have to try to like tone it down a little bit and tell them, that little bit at a time, not to overwhelm you all at once.
Okay. What do you mean? Just open my. I open when I say open my heart, but open myself. I like actually physically open my arms and are like, okay. Like that?
Some of it's like listening to their story. I mean, we've all experienced that in this part of it where you're in an elevator and somebody's telling you their whole life story within a minute, and you're like, "Why are people?"
For goodness sakes, this happens regularly.
Yeah, it's like, why are people? Because you're a light.
Some people just need you to listen.
And that's what you do. You just need them to listen. Give them a little bit of advice if your body feels and is in tune with it. But you're a beacon. Yeah, like we're talking, because after a while you're like, why are people telling me their whole life history? And it's random. It's like you're in an elevator looking at your cell phone.
Oh, no, seriously, I could walk into a gas station.
Exactly.
And someone like almost like like follows me, and it's frightening a little bit. And then I just something tells me it's okay. I don't know.
Yeah. It's okay. You just got to learn to block it a little bit when you're going into public places.
How do you do that?
You can picture like a white light around you, or you can picture like a mirror going circled right around you, but the shiny part is out towards the people.
Okay, wait, but mirrors confuse me. I sometimes have to walk by them and not look in them. What does that mean? Do you know?
It's afraid.
Mirrors.
Yeah, it's afraid of what you might see. Your ability isn't fully developed yet, but it could be something from your past as well.
I've got plenty of past. Like, no, really.
Well, we do. We're gonna have to call it. We're gonna have to call.
You can probably sense that. Okay.
You got a lot of energy. You're like a ball of fire. You're like a comet.
To some degree, I feel like that. I feel like sometimes when to go somewhere, even I just feel like I just get thrown in there. Here I am. That's how I feel, and I don't know, but I don't know why. I don't need that.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I see.
I'm in a confusion state. For real.
Hold on, I gotta talk. Whoa. Hold up.
Okay.
All right. What I'm gonna say is bookmark our page.
What?
Bookmark our page. Come back next Tuesday if you would, because our show goes from 9 to 10 Eastern time. So
so that's 10 to 11 my time. 8 to 9.
8 to 9 your time. So
yeah, you're about done. You're done.
Yeah. But we would love to have you back next Tuesday. How's that sound?
Would you counsel me with my gift? With your knowledge of your gift? I would.
If you want,
absolutely appreciate that.
Look up Crystal Visions on Facebook.
I have my pen. C-H what now?
CRYSTAL.
Crystal.
Visions, VISIONS.
Yes.
On Facebook. Look us up on Facebook. It's a picture of just two eyes and like pretty colors.
I love colors.
Yes, and just like send us a message there, or you can email us at crystalvisions4@gmail.com.
Okay, I didn't get the Gmail. The what at for?
Crystal Visions, the number 4@gmail.com. Yes.
Funny similarity. Do you want to know what my email is? 4, the number 4, real this is me. And is IZ.
Oh.
Uh-huh. Oh. And I did that I made that while I was kind of like experiencing I've got stories for you. The things I've been putting together and over time, and But this goes back to when I was a small child. It really does.
Well, save that story for another time because we got to go now.
I shall. You got to go. Hey. Nice to meet you. I don't know. I see. In the scheme of things, I was supposed to see this. I don't know why you popped up. I don't even look at websites.
Well, we are certainly glad that you did. So we hope you have a great day.
Talk to you next Tuesday.
All righty. We'll see you.
I'll look at your site.
All
Hey,
right.
All right. Thanks.
have
Bye-bye.
a great day, Pete.
You too.
All right. All right. That is going to do wrap it up. Wrap it up for us here on Psychic Tuesday. And by the way, there's a troll in the room. Abaddon full of shade. Sounds like full of something. He's a troll. Don't pay any attention to him. I blocked him. And he's going, oh, remove blockage. No, we will not remove your blockage. The only blockage you're going to have is something you're going to have to go to the doctor for. How's that? Thanks for hijacking our room. Full of shade.
Poop a scoop.
All right, we're out of here. Thank you very much, Lisa. Thank you very much, Tina.
You're welcome.
As
Thank you.
advertised, call start at 9:40. We are on at 9 a.m. Eastern time to 10 a.m. Eastern time every single Tuesday morning for Psychic Tuesday. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great day, and we will be back on SNSN. Tomorrow we have a very special guest. We have Tina Falk, who is the director of the Senior Center here in Griswold. They just received a grant of over $400,000 towards the construction of the new Senior Center up on Taylor Hill. It's been a hot topic here in Griswold, and we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning right here on the Streaming News and Sports Network.
The flagship for Griswold High School sports and your home for local news and weather, broadcasting from Main Street in the borough of Jewett City. The Streaming News and Sports Network, SNSN.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Tropical storm Elsa bearing down on the Florida